It's become sort of trendy to mock adults that love nothing more than a visit to Disney World. We watch as grown men and women sport Mickey Mouse ears and Donald Duck shirts, and we find it all a bit infantile. There's a suggestion that they should have grown out of this phase by now. After all, Disney's for kids. You're an adult. What the hell are you doing with your time? Well, what the hell are any of us doing? Why are we all trying so hard to escape from reality? We all have those little things that we love that other people find cringe. The danger lies in making them too big a part of ourselves, because when we do, we're ripe to be taken advantage of. Are you a sports fan? Why are you, as an adult, watching what we all know is a kids' game? Why are you wearing a football shirt with a teenager's name and number on the back of it? Why are you getting angry about something that simply means nothing more than a number on a screen? Why have you imbued the outcome of a sports match with such gravity? Are you a gamer? Why are you spending all of your free time in polygonal worlds? Why did you get that Mario tattoo? Why did you spend £100 on that collector's edition when you could have bought the standard edition instead? I'll tell you why. It's because we all appreciate the things that give us respite. Peace from the machine. It's just unfortunate that that peace is administered by the thing you're trying to escape from. We've been sold a lifestyle of infantilization. Now, that doesn't mean you're a big baby. It just means that there are things that you enjoy that you would rather not abandon simply because you've reached a certain age. Enough of us feel that way for it to have spawned our ubiquitous marketing and entertainment industries. Disney World offers visitors a pseudo-world of delights, a fantasy world brought to life by decades of consumption. Our fantasy worlds are tethered to reality by commerce. That escape you're so looking forward to will cost you months of misery and penny pinching. You'll work longer hours, but you'll get through it. You're going to Disney World. And you're going to spend a fortune. We all escape back to our childhoods when it brings us comfort. There's nothing illogical about returning to something that once gave us happiness in times of misery. The problem this creates, though, is that we've allowed incompetent adults to take the wheel as we busy ourselves with avoidance. There's nothing more annoying than the smug academic whose life revolves around serious matters, or the career-minded hustle bro that doesn't see any value in the occasional escape. Idiots like Gavin McInnes would have you think you're throwing your entire life away if you spend an hour or two playing a video game. These are the types of people that have been elevated to the status of public intellectuals. They don't relax, they're very, very serious people, and you should listen to them. They read books, and you watch cartoons. Our aversion to reality has reached a critical juncture. We are frittering our lives away on trivialities as we ignore a very real slide into constant horror. I'm absolutely of the mind that too much of our time has been given over to entertainment and escapism. There's a real lack of balance. It's no wonder significant portions of the population have come to regard these personalities as adequate custodians of social discourse. We simply aren't thinking anymore, and it has allowed for completely average people to dictate what matters. I think it's important to exercise compassion when we question why an adult would love Disney so much. Maybe their childhood was awful, maybe they finally have the headspace to live out what they'd hoped their childhood would be. Maybe they cherish Disney as it got them through an awful childhood. It's their comfort blanket. As are your visits to your club's sports ground, as are your chats in that Halo or Call of Duty lobby. There's been a steady rise in self-help gurus and life coaches over the past 10 to 15 years, and as predatory as some of these people can be, their success is an indicator that people are at least aware on some level that they want to change. There's an awareness that life exists beyond the phone screen. Our relationships are important, the way we interact with our world is important. Reality is what shapes us, we have to face it. Conscious attempts at bettering our situations can still accommodate the things we love about escapism. We can get to a point where the things we use to distract us become our rewards for facing that thing we're avoiding. And I don't mean this in the overly simplistic way that someone like Jordan Peterson would when telling you to tidy your room, because beyond that room there's a whole house to clean, and beyond the metaphorical house is a world that you ultimately have no control over. All you can do is try and tame your part of it. That outside world will ragdoll you over and over again, and it will ultimately lead to another messy room. Rest is important, and fantasy does matter. In moderation, they both help you get to a point where you're ready to clean that room again. Just be aware of the world outside of it and don't fall for the overly simplistic worldview of people like Peterson. We all seem to be searching for a sensible adult, someone to tell us to get a grip. I can't help but feel like this can be attributed to the irony of living in a hyper-connected world. We can connect with anyone, anywhere in seconds, but we're all drifting further and further apart. The quality of our connections has been greatly diminished, emotions have become emoticons, memes have replaced mental functions, so much so that the fantasy offered by somewhere like Disney World feels far realer than the quality of our day-to-day interactions. And hey, at least Disney World is a physical place, not some online bin fire of avatars and retention stats. We're all just trying to make our way through what is increasingly becoming in some ways a more comfortable world, and in other ways a far more terrifying world. It should come as no surprise that we use comfort to dissipate the terror.